All right, guys, so 3-1b is all on slope intercept and graphing from slope intercept. So it says on the following coordinate plane, okay, it says draw a line with a slope of 1/3. So I'm just going to make it easy on myself. I'm going to make my starting point or my y-intercept the origin. From this point, how do I make a slope of 1/3? Well, it's always rise over run. So I'm going to go up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3. So this is just one direction, right? Well, we know from this ordered pair, I can actually continue this line the other direction from my origin. So I'm going to go down 1 to the left 3, down 1 to the left 3, down 1 to the left 3, and here's my line. All right. So it says here, how do you know to make your line a slope of 1/3? You rise 1, run 3. All right. For number 2, it says draw a line with the slope of -2. How do you know that line has a slope of -2? Well, remember, we can write that as a fraction as -2 over 1. So if I start at the origin, I'm going to go down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1. Okay, it says, how do you know it has that? Well, I went down 2 and to the right 1. To continue this graph up the other direction from my origin at 0, 0, I'm going to do the opposite of what I was doing. So instead of going down 2, I'm going to go up 2 to the left 1, up 2 to the left 1, up 2 to the left 1. And I'm going to continue my line the other direction. All right. So down below it says consider the following equation. Y equals 2/3 x minus 1. What is your y-intercept? Well, remember our y-intercept, if I have y equals mx plus b, is always this point right here, that b value. So I know my y-intercept is -1. What's your slope? Well, it's 2/3. So it says graph the line on the grid to the right by first plotting the y-intercept, then drawing a line with that slope that goes through the y-intercept. All right, so for number 1, or for this one, what I'm going to do is from my y-intercept at -1, I'm going to go up 2 and to the right 3. So up 1, 2 over 3. Up 2, 1, 2 over 3. 1, 2, 3. Up 2 over 3. And here is my line. Now from my y-intercept of -1, to go the other direction, I'm going to go down 2 to the left 3 to continue this graph the other direction. So down 2 to the left 3. All right, we're going to continue working on these ideas here in class the next few days. All right, so it says for 2, what is your y-intercept? Well, 1. So I'm going to put a dot on my y-intercept at 1. My graph is at 3. I have a slope of 3, or 3 over 1. So from 1, I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 1. Up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 1. Up 3, over 1, and here is my line. The opposite of going up 3 and to the right 1 is to go down 3 to the left 1. Down 3 to the left 1. And here is my line. I want you guys to try number 5 on your own. Hint, hint, the y-intercept is going to be at 0, right? Our origin. And we're going to go ahead and scroll down to number 6. Number 6, they try and fool you, okay? For this, they flip a few things around. Remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So a lot of students are going to assume that the slope for this one is -2. That's incorrect. I'm going to rearrange this so that we see our slope is x minus 2. Now, I can always put an invisible 1 in front of that x to remind me that my slope is 1, or 1 over 1. So my y-intercept should be at -2. And from -2, I'm going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And the opposite of going up 1 to the right 1 will be to go down 1 to the left 1, down 1 to the left 1. You're going to notice that they took away that m and b. If it helps you to say, okay, well, my slope is going to be 1, or 1 over 1, and my y-intercept is going to be -2, by all means, write that down. Help yourself out. All right? Let's try number 7. Number 7, what's my slope? It's always that variable connected to the x, so -2 or -2 over 1. My y-intercept is at 3. So I'm going to start by graphing my spot at 3 on my y-intercept. And from there, my slope should be going down. It's a negative slope. So I'm going to go down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1. and connect my lines. Now, if we were in class, they would want you to use this ruler. I think you can do that, right? To connect your dots. I guess that would make it look better. So let's start using that. Using that straight edge to connect my points. All right. Make sure you have an arrow going both directions on both ends of our graph. Number 8, one of those special cases. Number 8 is saying all day, every day, your graph is going to be 5 for y. Your y is 5. All right. So if you're wondering, hey, is this undefined or is this a 0 slope? All day, every day, your y value will be 5. So plug in random numbers for x, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Graph it. 0, 5 is my y-intercept. 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, and 5, 5. So I know my graph has to be a 0 slope. Same thing for this next one. They're saying all day, every day, my x value is negative 1. Plug in your random values for y, 0, 1, 2, and 3, and graph. Negative 1, 0. Negative 1, 1. Negative 1, 2. Negative 1, 3. So I know this is going to be an undefined slope. All right. Number 10, it says Kevin was asked to draw a line of y equals negative 1/2 x plus 1. Kevin graphed the line below and made a common error. Describe Kevin's error and then graph the line correctly on the grid. Well, I know his slope should be negative 1/2. His y-intercept is 1. Looks like he got his y-intercept right. His slope is going up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. So what did he do incorrectly? He forgot it's a negative slope. He should go down 2 to the right, or sorry, down 1 to the right 2. So I'll go ahead and graph the correct graph. Here he is at 1, right, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. So homework tonight, guys, I want you guys to complete the 3-1B homework. All right, all the way through number 12. All right, so I accidentally copied and pasted the next lesson here. Just go through number 12 for me tonight. All right, if you have any questions, come on to office hours. I will be there.